Good morning and welcome to another video from Prague. It's our day 2, your second video, and what's coming up today? I can't remember. What did we say we were doing? So we're going up the funicular. I always want to call it a funicular because I think it sounds better, but it's a funicular to some sort of park that I think has a mirror maze and a tower to go up, that kind of thing. And then we're back at our hotel because we have booked in for the beer spa, which is essentially laying in beer, because what else would you do when you come to Prague?
While drinking beer.
Pete wanted me to add while drinking beer.
Unlimited beer.
I probably won't be drinking beer because I don't actually like beer. So we're doing that this afternoon. And as always, we'll take you along for the ride.
Bear in mind it was a present. I didn't buy her a beer spa when she doesn't like beer. Just that.
This whole trip is a present for Pete. I don't even know if I mentioned it in the first video. But this is the trip that I booked for his 30th birthday in 2020 that got cancelled 2 days before we were due to come out because the Czech Republic closed their borders because of the old Rona. So the beer spa was part of that present for him because he likes beer and it's a different kind of experience. But yes, this bed was comfortable to sleep on. I slept for almost 10 hours. I assume Pete's the same. He nodded because that's really helpful in a visual meme when he's not got the camera pointed at him. So yeah, so we slept for quite a long time. I found it pretty comfortable. The room is very quiet. You could hear the odd person moving about in other rooms, but certainly once I was asleep it didn't make any difference to me. It is very warm though, so I've dressed for cold weather with a roll neck and like fleece leggings and stuff. Right now I'm quite warm, so it's nice when you come in after the cold, but then it's not so great to sleep in. So I think I worked out how to make the fan and the aircon and stuff work, but obviously didn't make too much difference because we slept. Now we need to head off and try and find some breakfast, start the day, and all of that kind of stuff. So let's see where we get to. And this is the bridge.
It's a very cool bridge. I really like the fact that you walk along the river and you go over there to see the whole of the other city. Like, you see all the houses and
I don't think it's another
the castle.
city, it's just the other part.
Oh yeah, well yeah, okay, that side of the river.
Apparently this is nice at night as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it both in the daytime and the night time. Maybe we'll do it. Us to do this tower. There's a lot of things I don't like, in that it's heights, spiral staircases, and open to the elements. Things I do. See my face now. So we've just done the tower. I personally don't think it's worth the money. We have done a combined ticket with the mirror maze, which we haven't done yet. I mean, it's not my thing anyway, because I don't like heights very much. I don't like spiral staircases very much. I don't like heights when they're exposed to the elements very much. But we weren't looking at things for very long. Can you not shake the bench while I'm filming?
Awesome.
Hey, Jeff.
Tails down. Is that Jeff? I think it's a cold Jeff.
So, yeah, I mean, I reckon it's probably the tallest viewing point from the ones I know of in Prague, which obviously is not a lot. So you probably get a better...
It's taller than the Eiffel Tower when you include the mountain.
It's not
That's
a
what he
mountain, it's a hill.
said. A hill. That's what the guy said.
This is another part of Pete's not knowing the difference between stuff.
That's a young Westie.
Distracted by the Westie. Anyway. So,
It's only £5 to go up, so it's not like...
Yeah, I mean, it's not expensive, but it's a lot of stairs, a lot of spirals. I mean, I'm not a big one for a high viewing platform anyway, so probably don't listen to my point of view. Pete.
I thought it was alright, yeah. You got better views on the staircases though, we didn't have the windows to...
Well, the first level you could have gone outside, but you said, we won't go outside, you'll get a better view higher up.
Well, I did. I got a better view on the stairs higher up.
You didn't get a better view.
I did.
Because you didn't like the view on the higher up platform.
No, on the stairs I got a better view though.
I would say the bonus to that tower is they have a different staircase to go up and another staircase to go down, so you're not having to try and move out the way of people coming up or down. And as I walk very slowly on those things, that was good. And we also managed to time it really well in that I could just take my time and walk very slowly down till somebody just ran off without me and just left me to it. So
I mean,
I could have got up to all sorts of things there and he would never have known. So now we're just sort of perched on a bench with the sun behind us, hence my rather ethereal glow before we go and do the mirror maze in a moment, which I think is there.
yes,
It's that building. See what that is. Pete says it didn't rate very well.
3.7 out of 5, but it sounded fun.
But we may as well give it a go. It was part of the same ticket, so... Mirror maze. It's alright for 2 minutes of fun.
Yeah, it wasn't much longer than that.
It's worth getting the combined ticket. I wouldn't pay full price for that.
I still would, yeah, I mean it was £2 each with the combined ticket,
Yeah.
3 and a bit otherwise. I'd maybe pay £1 for it, or maybe them pay me £1 for it, I'm not sure.
I mean, it was fun. It just needed to be slightly less obvious and slightly bigger. And also, there was just one route. There needed to be, it's a maze, you're supposed to have multiple things that could lead to dead ends and stuff. Did not have it.
Either that or they needed to clean their mirrors more so you can figure out it was a mirror.
It is worth coming up here because it's quite nice and it is a nice park. The actual attractions up here, maybe not worth it. We've decided to walk back down instead of getting the funicular, which is what we got up. Current view that Pete's about to walk in. So that's what we've got going. So they've gone for a white chocolate. And Pete has that monstrosity. Pete's upset with himself.
Fell for a tourist trap.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That white chocolate was like Nutella in that it was hazelnutty and I don't like that.
Mine wasn't very good either. Like the ice cream didn't taste right. We kind of saw a chimney cake base and thought, that looks quite good from the outside. Well presented. Looked it up afterwards, as we never do. We always look up before. 1.6.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I just don't like nuts. That was hazelnutty.
Yours was nicer than mine as well.
Well, I always pick that. We're about to come to the astronomical clock. Most of the show is not a thing because the skeletons aren't there anymore, or the statues at the side. But I am curious to know when Peter's name day is, but we're not going to be able to see it. But there we go. So it turns out Pete gets 2 name days.
22nd of Feb and June
29th. I've decided I'm going to commandeer the June date because I don't get one. Because my name is not as common as Peter.
So we've gone from 2 name days to having the worst of the days.
Go skiing, you like cold things.
Alright, sure.
I like warm things, it makes sense. You moan in the summer. I moan in the winter, it makes sense. So that's what we've decided. Or I've decided.
Maybe that'll make your winter better though. You had a name day in it.
I have a birthday.
That is true.
Exactly, that's the other thing. My birthday's too close to that, so...
Fair enough. Fair point.
So I wouldn't be able to have that.
I mean, actually, my birthday's 2 weeks after February 22nd anyway.
Yeah, then you can
My
make it
birthday's closer to yours than yours.
You could make it an extended celebration then. I'm going to run out of battery, so we'll have to end this discussion now. So we are back in the room. Isn't that from a game show or something? Or isn't that like, oh, what's his name? I can't remember. So on our way back, we popped into CNA and I got myself or should I rephrase, Pete bought me a Mickey Mouse jumper to replace the one that he ruined by putting a green jumper in with a white jumper. That was in the sale. It was rather cheap and rather nice. I'll show it to you at some point. But yeah, so now we've just been chilling in the room for a little while before we head down to the beer spa, which is why I've now plaited my hair. As the beer spa is actually in our hotel, although it's run by a different company. We have somehow managed to postpone for about 2 years, so they've been very good to us in moving our reservation, but I'm hoping what we've actually booked is covered in the gift voucher that we have, but I'm not sure because it was all a bit confusing. That's where we're heading next, so I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to show you, it being like a spa. I think we've got our own room and our beer bath that we share, but it'll all become clear soon for me and for you. Right, so this is our bubbling bath beer. They've actually brought me a bottle of wine because I don't like beer, but here is Pete's tap for his beer. Stuff in there. And then we've got a wool bed that we've just let us have it. So we have an hour in here and then we have a 20-minute massage afterwards. So beer. So we're back from the beer spa and I have a very red face. Partly because of a massage, partly because of wine.
I'm very relaxed.
Are you?
Yeah.
So obviously it was quite hard to tell you what was going on in that room. So as you saw, we had the bath that we shared is big enough for 2 people, an average sized person and a tall human being. That bubbled, was warm, had hops and stuff. Basically the stuff that you make beer with was in the bath. You don't actually bathe in beer. You bathe in...
Water and beer hops.
You bathe in all the ingredients of beer before it's beer. I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get that right. That's supposed to do wonders for your skin and things, and as a psoriasis sufferer, we shall see. So we sat in there for a while, probably just over half an hour, and then the other side was a warm bed. But because we had massages, it meant that each of us, Pete's arm's already hurting.
Got my left arm like holding this up.
It means that each of us got an extra 20 minutes while the other one was going for a massage to stay in the warm bed.
Unlimited beer. If you don't like beer, you can have wine. I cheekily asked and Faye got a bottle of wine given to her.
Yeah, so I would say that the service of that place is quite expensive, granted. It's not the cheapest thing to do in Prague. But the service is really good, so obviously we had to cancel this and we've moved. They've extended our gift voucher
by over a year as well, so fair
by
play
like
to them.
loads. So each time it's been like, oh, do you think they're going to extend it? And they have. They've been very good with that. And then obviously I don't drink beer, and then they were just like, here, have a bottle of white wine. I was like, okay.
And then at the end, so obviously we've kept the half bottle of wine, but they've also given us 2 bottles of beer for free. So a half bottle of wine which Faye didn't drink, and 2 bottles of beer on top of the unlimited beer that I drank.
How many did you have?
Probably 4, but in an hour, but yeah.
So yeah, and then we went for our massages. We went separately. I'd say one of us stayed in the room on the warm bed and the other one went for a massage. I'm not a big massage person. That's only like the second one I've ever had, and the first one I was peeling, so probably not the best example of a massage.
Sunburn.
Peeling. I was sunburnt before, peeling afterwards.
Yes.
So I found it quite firm. I don't know if massages are relaxing personally, but I do certainly feel looser from it.
I feel nice and loose, but I was feeling nice and loose until I held this camera up to for however long.
It's only been like 3 minutes.
And you're dragging it out.
Pete said he nearly fell asleep, so...
As nice, I felt like I could have done Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was worth the money. As I say, it wasn't the cheapest thing. I can't remember how much we paid because we booked it over 2 years ago. So yeah, I think
It was a present, wasn't it?
it was. But
Paid.
I booked it, so I know how much it cost
Well,
because
there you
Mum
go.
just paid me.
I shouldn't ask extra questions because it extends the time.
So technically, I booked it, and I can't remember what it was. We did book some food, but that never came. But as we never
Yeah.
paid for the food, I wasn't really going to question
Yeah.
it. Plus, they've given us a bottle of wine and 2 beers.
Yeah.
So I think we've more than enough made up for the sausage that we didn't get. Pete's now looking at me as if I'm being a pain, so I guess we better go and head off for dinner. So this restaurant is covered in paintings and graffiti and whiskey, and they're trying a garlic soup.
With meat.
Is that meat?
Beef. No. Some kind of meat.
I can't remember. It's weird. It sounds strange.
Do you want to try and just make this to the grill?
I'm not a big soup fan, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, we go for goulash and the salad for health. And an apple strudel. Yum. Are you doing? Oh, pictures. Always pictures. Just finished dinner. That place was recommended to us by our tour guide from the free tour yesterday. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link that up above.
Very tasty.
If I remember rightly from the tour, he said that the owner of that is a ex-Czech winter Olympian who did the luge. Wasn't very good, so kept getting injured, so that's why he started this restaurant and created the character of Beer Man, which is in all of those paintings that you would have seen. Some of them are a little bit crude, but fun anyway. So we thought, as we're close, we would walk back to Charles Bridge and see that one at night. And yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it was really tasty. Yeah, the goulash was nice.
Yeah, the potatoes were the best bit of that.
Yeah, nice and crispy.
So yeah, that's where we're heading to now. But it's getting colder, so I don't really want to have my hand out as much. So I'll show you the bridge at night. So we're back in the room, and that's going to be it for today. So thank you again for joining us for a day in Prague. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. There's going to be one more from this series, so click subscribe if you're interested in that, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.